Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. I know it has been a hot minute since I have filmed and uploaded for you guys, so I am sorry about the delay in getting some new content up for you guys. I actually do work full-time. YouTube is not my full-time job by any means. I literally just do this for the fun of it, for the enjoyment of it, and yeah, at the moment my current work is very busy and it just hasn't really afforded me a lot of time to sit down and film lately. So gonna film a few videos today, so you've got some content to look forward to over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. Actually, before I get into this video, I very quickly just want to say thank you so much to all my beautiful subscribers. We are almost at 1,500 subscribers. Like, oh my goodness, that's insane. So thank you so much for subscribing. I genuinely appreciate your love and support on this channel. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and give this film a thumbs up. Is what was it? I was gonna say give this button a thumbs up. Good Lord. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified for when I upload next. All right. Let's get into it. So as you can tell by the title, today we are going to be filming with the brand new Pat McGrath Labs palettes. This is called the Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette. Now, can I just tell you, there's a few things that I want to mention before we get straight into filming. So the first thing is, if you have not already seen, I have done a video on these two Pat McGrath palettes, and the response to this video was pretty intense, I must say, especially in the comment section. I literally had somebody basically tell me that it was causing them pain to watch that video in a comment. Firstly, I don't wish to cause pain to anybody. So if you don't like my videos, if you don't like my content, if you don't like what I'm doing, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to click off at any time, because the last thing I would ever want to do is inflict any kind of pain on anybody at all. So yeah, just want to put that out there. Second thing that I want to mention is that one of the, again, actually same comment, sort of insinuated that because I didn't necessarily have the best time using these palettes, it was due to the fact that I was using Morphe brushes. Can I just tell you that if I'm going to spend the price point that is Pat McGrath palettes, I'm going to use whatever damn brush I damn well please, and it should work just fine. I shouldn't need to then spend a further exorbitant amount of money on a brush to make it work. That, in my mind, is just, that is insane. And I think that's a really poor message, honestly, to put out there, because, people obviously budget. You might want to try something a little bit luxe, like a Pat McGrath palette, but not be able to, afford a Sonia G brush or a Wayne Goss brush, as an example. So, I think that that's just not really realistic for a lot of people, and yeah, I just think it's silly. But having said all of that, for argument's sake, today I will be using these brushes here. There is no Morphe here. So for argument's sake, because I really want to have a good time with this palette, and I want to see if it makes a difference, who knows, but I will be using, I have an Inglot brush, I have a Sigma brush, I have some Scott Barnes brushes, I have a Makeup Geek brush, and I have a Sonia G brush. So I feel like if I don't have a good time with this palette, it's not due to the quality of the brushes that I'm using. Potentially it's just simply my skills, who knows. But yes, these are going to be the brushes that I will most likely be reaching for. Who knows, I might, just to trigger somebody, pull a Morphe brush out, we'll see. But they're the brushes that I'm going to use. And yeah, look, I'm obviously, guys, I'm hoping that we're going to have a good time with this palette. So far, the experience has been not great. I ordered this on the 16th of September, and today we are filming on the 30th of November, and it literally came in the mail maybe a week ago. So this took literally 2.5 months just to get here. insane in my opinion. Like honestly, you would be better off, like it actually arrived to Sephora Australia sooner than what it actually arrived at my doorstep when I ordered it. So again, the whole experience of ordering off of the Pat McGrath website, I have to tell you, was just horrific. Probably won't be doing it again. I don't care what her sales are. It's just, the wait is ridiculous. And also, yes, I did email customer service. Again, didn't find them to be overly helpful. I sent them an email because I waited 2 weeks and I hadn't got a shipping confirmation email. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a little bit weird, but okay. So I flicked customer service an email being like, hey, like, where's my shipping confirmation? And they emailed me back to say that, oh, you know, due to an influx of orders, it's just taking a little bit, a little bit of time to get them shipped out. It shouldn't take any longer than a week. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, fine. And then like literally another week and a half to 2 weeks went by and I still didn't have a shipping confirmation. And I'm like, what is going on? So I sent them another email and I said, hey, already contacted you guys, still haven't got a shipping confirmation. What's going on? Literally within probably 12 hours of me sending that email, I got a shipping confirmation. So I don't know whether my order got like missed somehow or just got lost or something like that. But yeah, that's what happened with that. And then when it finally did get shipped, they obviously went for the cheapest mode of, shipping physically available to them. And that is why it took probably 2.5 months as a collective to make it to my doorstep. So far, I have to tell you, not the best experience. Yeah, like ridiculous, honestly, to wait that amount of time. But anyway, that's okay. Let us put that to one side. Let's open up this palette and have a closer look at it. This is what you can expect if you order this palette. This is how it comes, what it looks like. So you have the paper or cardboard outer packaging. Does look very, very, very pretty, I will say. I do really appreciate her artistry. I just think it's very, very, very nice to look at. So turning it over, you have your ingredients list on the back here, and then you just literally slide this up and you can take the palette out. Now this palette has got 18 shades in total, and this is what she looks like, exactly the same as the outer packaging. Her logo is all embossed down here, which I really do like. I think that's very cool. But I will just say that this is just cardboard packaging, like it's fairly cheap packaging, just being 100% honest. Okay, so opening her up, you do have a, there's my camera, you do have a very, very nice size mirror in here. And then of course, here are all the shades. Now this just looks beautiful. The colors are just absolutely stunning. Do love the look of this palette. The packaging is extremely cheap, like I'm not gonna lie. This really does give me ColourPop / like Hip Dot sort of vibes in the way of packaging. And I don't know whether that's something you would necessarily appreciate when you're ordering something from Pat McGrath, but that's just keeping it real. You do have these really weird, like, see how you've got the little bit of ribbon to just hold the mirror up, which is, I don't know, it's quirky, it's kind of weird. I don't necessarily like it because it's sort of, I don't know, it's hard to hold it up, but anyway, that's another cute, like, quirky little feature, I guess, that you've got there. And these are all the shades, as I was saying before. So on the back, you do have this is just a sticker, but you do have the names of the shades on the back here. And it does actually say on the website that there are repeat shades in this particular palette. So do just keep that in mind, that if you do have quite a lot of her palettes, that you can expect to see some repeat shades in this particular palette. Now, in my case, I don't own any of her palettes with the exception of these two here, obviously. And so again, that's why I just thought, oh, well, it's definitely worth me picking up, because you get a great selection of shadows at a really incredible price. So I'm assuming for the price that, I mean, I paid $94 Australian for this because I got it when it was on sale on the website, on the Pat McGrath website. So the fact that I got it so cheap obviously suggests for 18 shades, it would suggest that there is a lot of money that goes into the actual packaging of her other palettes, definitely, to justify that price point. But anyway, very, very happy with the price that I paid for this. I think that's quite okay. Again, packaging's not my favorite, but aside from that, I still think for the money you are getting a really decent selection of eyeshadows. Let us go ahead and create a look. I will actually just double check if I'm having a look at the eyeshadow names versus these ones here. I'll just tell you how many are double ups, or if any. So what have we got? Okay, so just having a quick look, if you do own these palettes, you will have a double up of this one here, which is, I believe, called Corruption. And you will have a double up of this one here, which is called Gold Standards. Or Gold Standard, I should say. So yeah, they are the two shades that you will get double ups if you own these particular palettes. I don't know about the other ones. I'm sure there will be double ups in there, but I don't own any other palettes. So for me, I feel like that's actually not too bad. And they are really, really pretty shades to receive double ups of anyway. So pretty happy with that. I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to swatch everything for you, but I will swatch a couple. We'll start off with that. A few that just really, really interest me is, oh, look at that. That is a beautiful duochrome. So having a look, if I look at it sort of flat, you can kind of see it now. It has this beautiful, warm, sort of burnt purpley undertone, and then it has this absolutely incredible gold to green sort of shift. What an absolutely stunning shade. That is beautiful, and it feels incredible as well. We then have this incredible color here. Look at that purple. Like, you guys know purple is my favorite color. That is absolutely stunning. Oh, gorgeous. So pretty. Keeping with the purples, I just wanted to swatch that one as well. Again, that is absolutely beautiful. It has a very, very deep base to it, and then as you can see, when you move it through the light, it just has this beautiful, cool purple reflect. Absolutely stunning. We have got this beautiful gold one here. That is such a gorgeous gold. Like, my goodness. That is absolutely beautiful. You could wear that literally all over the lid every day, any day, happily. Oh my goodness. Okay, moving on to this one here. This is a little bit more on the chunkier side, but what a pretty sort of mauvey pink. That is really, really, really beautiful. I do like the look of that. We then have this one here, which I feel like is going to be more of like a, yes, this is definitely more of like a duochrome. So as you can see, that is looking quite pink front on, but if I turn to the side, you can kind of tell it has this really cool, almost like coppery gold sort of undertone to it. Really, really pretty shade. Absolutely beautiful. What else can I swatch on my finger for you? Look at this red shade. Oh, I just, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. What a stunning, stunning shade. I love, 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 love the look of that. And then we have this one down here, which again is, well, it looks in the pan to be quite purple. And it is indeed very, very, very purple. It's kind of like, does that almost have like a coppery glitter running through it? I feel like it does. That is a really, really pretty, again, beautiful looking shade. So I will say that, like, you know, having a look at just a couple of these swatches, the color option in this palette is really quite unique, and it is definitely, you have a lot of choices. I will say that it definitely heavily runs on the purplier purple side, which is fine. I really like purple. As I said, it is my favorite color. So I feel like we might need to do a purpley look today. That's kind of what I'm vibing. But yeah, they are just a couple of the swatches. I'm going to get rid of these now and come back, and we're going to finally create a look. I am just going to quickly put some powder under my eyes. To do that, I'm going to use the Coty Air Spun powder. I love this powder so much, but hopefully it will collect any kind of fallout should there be any. So let's just quickly do that. Now to prime the lids, I am just going to go in with my MAC. This is the paint pot in the shade Soft Ochre. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and pop it all over the lid. Alrighty, so to start off with, I will also just note that this palette literally only has got 3 matte shades and they're all quite dark. So you have this one here, and that one just there. So they are very, very lovely looking shades, but they are all quite dark. I don't really see much of a transition shade. I would have liked to have seen at least some kind of nude transition shade in this palette, but that is okay. Also going to use the mirror that the palette comes with, so just going to take that off and go for gold, as they'd say. To start with, we're going to go in with this one here, and this is called Venusian Orchid, whatever. That's the shade we're going in with to start with. I am just, as I said before, going to use my Scott Barnes brush. This is the number 62 brush. So we're just going to pick up a nice amount onto the brush. As you can see, very pigmented, looking good. And I'm just going to dust that off a little bit, and we're just going to start to place this into the crease. Okay, that is really pretty, I'm not gonna lie. That is actually such a beautiful color. I really, really like that. I like how easily it goes onto the lid, and it does just blend out quite effortlessly, quite seamlessly. So this so far has been a really good time. Honestly guys, as you saw, that took me no time at all. Absolutely beautiful shade, and it does just blend out so beautifully and so quickly. Super, super easy to use. I love that. That is perfect. Alright, so I know this brush looks dirty. I promise you it is not. I have used my Cinema Secrets cleaner on here. It is got no pigment in it whatsoever. It's just literally stained. But the shade that I now want to use is, oh, do I want to go in with, I think I want to go in with this one here, because we're going to go for a purpley look today. So we're going to go in with that one, and that one there is called Electron. So going to take this is just on a Sigma E25 brush, again tapping off any extra, and let's just go for it. Gonna start to work it on my outer corner, just placing it here and then just bringing it in. Super pigmented, oh my goodness. Probably not having the best time with this shadow. Matte purples generally are quite tricky to formulate and of course work with, so something to consider. So this shade definitely took a little bit more work, and I do feel like it is a little bit on the patchy side. Like, I don't know, I'll try and zoom in when I'm editing, but I don't know if you can see that. It looks like it just sort of skips a little bit, which I hate to say because the color is just beautiful, but I really do feel like it just seems to skip a little bit, which I'm not that into. But just having a look at this so far, I do feel like this look is really, really, really pretty. It's coming together quite nicely. So from there, I feel like you do have a number of options. We could literally, Actually, and the other thing I'll note is I have literally next to no fallout whatsoever, so that's also a really good sign. It does have a little bit of kickback in the pan, but nothing too crazy. So my thought process is, you guys know how I love a duochrome, so I'm very tempted to put that could have been disastrous. I'm very tempted to put that all over everywhere, but at the same time I'm also very tempted to put that all over everywhere. Look how incredibly stunning that is. So dilemma. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I want to go with that or do I want to go with that? Either one would look really pretty. I'm gonna do the duochrome. You guys are probably gonna want to kill me, but that's what I'm gonna do. I can't help myself. It's just I just love duochrome so much. It's so pretty. I need to get rid of this. My camera just died anyway. As I was saying, I need to get rid of this color off of my finger so I can focus on this one, because I can see that being a complete disaster. Okay, just gonna go ahead and apply this now with my finger, and that is exactly how it is recommended as well on the instructions of this palette, is to apply these sorts of shades with your finger. So just gonna press that in. Oof, oh my goodness, that's so pretty. That is stunning. I love this shade. Oh my goodness. That is just so nice. Now, because I have massive nails on at the moment, I am really going to struggle to get into my inner corner. So I need a little detailed brush. Okay, I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm just going to use this little flat brush by MAC. This is the 233 brush. Picks up just fine on the brush, if I'm being honest with you guys. Just gonna get that into my inner corner and blend it through a little bit. That literally blends so perfectly with a brush, no problem whatsoever. And I do love how it looks, like how it transitions across those matte shades. Speaking of matte shades, just because I'm just not vibing the patchiness that we're seeing. Oh, I just realized that if I look this way, you can kind of see the duochrome shift, which is kind of cool. I am going to grab now this shade here, which is the other matte shade in the palette, this one down here. And I am just going to, on the same brush as well, so just the Sigma E25 brush, and dust off any excess. And I'm just gonna slowly pack that over the top of that purple, just to deepen it up and sort of hopefully blend it all together. I'm going to go back in with my Scott Barnes brush, and we are just going to pick up the first shade that we use, that beautiful matte shade, and I'm just going to sweep it through just this section here, just to buff any of that extra colour out. So I just feel like it's starting to look a little bit harsh, and I definitely don't want that. I want it to look nice and soft and, you know, cute. Now I'm just going to take a makeup blending brush by Going to take this brush by Makeup Geek. It's just a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to really start to diffuse the edges here, just so it's not so harsh. Am I regretty? Should I have done the purple? I think I'm a bit regretty now. I do love how this looks, but I should have done the purple. Never mind. Next time. Next time. Alright guys, I'm going to quickly jump off camera, finish this other eye, come back, do some liner with you, do some lashes, and then complete this look. Okay, other eye is done. Gonna do some liner now. I don't want to do like a full winged moment. I'm actually just literally going to line my lash line, because I just don't feel like it needs, I really don't feel like it needs much. Like I don't want to take away from this look at all. Now, can I just put it out there, if I had like a beautiful burgundy liner, I would totally use that instead because I think that would look incredible. I'm just going to tight line now, again, just to create that little bit of depth. By the way, this is from Maybelline. It is so fantastic. I've been using this for years. It is the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Gel Pencil. It is just so great for tight lining or any form of like detailed work. Really quite brilliant. Very pigmented, very creamy. And yeah, I just love it. Okay, that is done. And now it is time to dust away all this extra powder. So I'm just going to take a little bit more on the brush, just a tiny bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of any of this extra powder that we now no longer need. I love that through it all, my highlight is still coming through even after I've just put powder down over the top of it. That's just, that's brilliant. Okay, looking good. All right, so now this is what's giving me heart attacks at the moment because I don't have like a skinny, oh gosh, actually no, I lied, I do have one. Excellent, haha. Makeup geek come through. I was gonna say I don't have like a little tiny detailed blending brush that's not a Morphe brush, but it's okay, I do, I've just found one, all is well again. All right, so going to take this matte purple shade again. I do, it is hard to work with, but I do just love the color, it is beautiful. So just going to take that now and run that through our lower lash line. Almost just like stamping it on there. Okay, so this is just another Scott Barnes brush, really unique looking brush. I do love this. It is completely clean and I'm just going to use that to blend this shadow out and sort of bring it up a bit. Just so it looks a little bit more, you know, blended and uniform. Like when I look at that shade. It's just so beautiful, oh my goodness. All right, I am gonna have a look to see if I have a burgundy liner. I don't think I do, but I'm gonna have a look just in case I do. Okay, things looking up. I have just found one. This one is by Urban Decay and it is the 24/7 Gel Glide On Eye Pencil, and this is in the shade Alkaline. I forgot I had this. Perfection. Like this is exactly the color I was hunting for. So I'm just going to pop that into my waterline. Do you see how that just gives it the look so much more? Oh my goodness. Thank you Urban Decay for coming through. Alrighty, so feeling pretty damn good about this look. I like it. I think it's kind of cool. In a corner time, what do we want to do? I feel like I probably should just stick to the duochromeness because you know what, why not? Going to pick up my MAC again, same, this is the, what is this, 233 brush? Yes, 233 brush. Just going to take a tiny little bit on the tip of this brush and I'm just going to place it right into the inner corner and just connect it through to that beautiful matte purple shade that we did. I just don't feel like it needs much more than this, honestly. Like I could continue to add if I wanted to, but why bother when it's looking like this? I think it's, it just doesn't need it, you know? It just doesn't need it. Okay, so going to now chuck on some mascara and pop on a lash, because goodness knows with the way that I've left this eyeliner, it needs it. It's a little bit harsh. So yes, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and do that. For lashes today and mascara today, I am just going to use the Benefit. This is the Roller Lash Mascara. This is by far one of my most favorite mascaras, quite literally of all time. And this is the L'Oreal Paradise mascara. Now I pair these two together. I think that paired together they are an absolutely beautiful combination. So gonna quickly go ahead and do that for you guys now. Okay, so for lips today, I'm going to do a bit of a combination. This one here is by Revlon, and this is in the shade Dare to be Nude. Just a basic nude matte lipstick. Just going to chuck a little bit of my Fenty Gloss in the middle. How stunning. This lip gloss, by far best lip gloss in the entire world. Entire world. All right, let me fix my hair because I'm looking a little bit crazy right now with it all pulled back. Oh. Nya nya. My hair looks like crap today, but that is fine. That's it, guys. This is the final look. Okay, so thoughts on this palette. I really liked it. I had a much better time using this palette than what I did the other ones, and I think, as I said in this video when I filmed these with these little minis, the quality of the shades are beautiful. That was not my issue. What I didn't appreciate is the fact that they are literally all basically metallic special formulas, and yes, I did know that purchasing them. I didn't really think much of it. But yeah, that's the only thing, is the fact that these are obviously complementary shades. So like complementary eyeshadows to go with other palettes. Now, when I have a look at this palette, I'm sorry, but when I'm buying a palette that contains 18 shades, you cannot tell me that this needs to be a complementary palette to other palettes. I don't buy it. So, you know, my only downside to this palette is the fact that I really wish that it had contained a couple more matte shades. Other than that, absolutely beautiful. I loved the quality of it and the ease of using it. The only thing that I will say, oh my god, I just realized I didn't put on a lash. Do I need a lash? Should I put a lash on? You know what? Stuff it. I'm not going to put a lash on. Anyway, back to my comments. Okay, so yes, as I was saying, I really do enjoy this palette. The packaging, not my favorite. I do just want to show you, I had prepared earlier. So this is one of the Hip Dot palettes that I own. You can sort of see what I'm talking about when I tell you about the vibe of the palette and the quality of packaging. Now, I'm not saying that the quality of the packaging is bad. I'm just saying that it is cheap. That's the only point that I'm making. So yes, something to keep in mind if that bothers you. If you're used to buying Pat McGrath palettes, obviously I am not, but if you are, you know that her packaging is extremely luxe. Do not expect to get the same vibe because this is not luxe packaging. But as I said, if it means that I can get 18 shades for the price point that I paid, that's totally fine. I'll take that every single day. So yes, really overall do recommend this palette. I thoroughly enjoyed using it. As you guys saw, I did have a little bit of issues using this particular matte shade here. And I don't know if it's showing you in the camera, but can you see it's got like weird little dip imprints in it. Kind of odd. The other ones don't have that, but this one seems to. Anyway, yeah, so this was a little bit of a struggle to use. As I said, matte purples are quite hard to formulate and they are quite hard generally to work with. So, you know, this does take a little bit of extra time, a little bit of extra finesse, but I do definitely feel like you will get there with it. And also I was just going to say with this matte shade down here, now you could apply this quite lightly to the lid and then build it up if you wanted to. I know it's not necessarily the best alternative for a transition shade, if you will, but it's an alternative option for you guys if you are wanting something just a little bit lighter that's not a mauve or like a, you know, a pinky purple shade. Something to consider. But yeah, other than that, honestly guys, thoroughly enjoyed using this palette, and I definitely would recommend it to you guys if you are interested in picking it up. I will just mention that it is of course a limited edition, so do keep that in mind. I do believe that once these have sold out they will be gone forever, so keep that in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for this video today, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. I would really love to hear from you. Keep it respectful as always. But yes, let me know what you thought about this look. Let me know what you thought about this palette and your thoughts on the Pat McGrath brand. I would really like to hear from you guys on that. That's pretty much, well, everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much to those who are going to subscribe. Yeah, as always, guys, I will see you all on the next one. Mwah. Bye, guys.